Hello YouTube, this is Dankokaji with a UA deck profile 2.0 and it's going to be a Speedroid engine.
An updated one, there we go.
An updated one, yes. A much better version of it. So let's start with the mascot of the deck, Kimis. Like having her there for the deck.
That's your little, whatchamacallit, that's your, good luck charm right there?
Yes, my Kimis. My key to victory, I like her. She's better than that fairy one that, I don't know, forgot what it's called, but it's for fairy decks. So we must have our 3 midfielders, the main guy of the deck. And then after 3 midfielders, we have 2 perfect aces. I would side 1 if that is your preference, because it doesn't hurt to have 3. But since there's a lot that goes in this deck, it would clutter it. So yeah, 2 aces, side 1. Same thing with Mighty Slugger. Have 2 of him, I would side 1. Especially if you're crazy about the Jersey OTK. Nothing to laugh at.
He's Armades, right, when he attacks?
Yeah, he's Armades. Like the best Armades with Jersey.
Pretty intense.
2 rebounders, I would side 1 because of all the insane plays he can do. Like if you have an established field on the opponent's turn, like a midfielder with an ace and something else, what you can do is activate Ace's effect to negate something, and then do a midfielder's effect, swap out Ace with rebounder, bring out Ace again. You can make his effect like trigger again. So like I just love rebounders chaining, especially on the opponent's turn, or because I have a cost down in deck, use cost down on my turn, discard a UA monster, summon him, and then bring back the guy discard.
Yeah, and if you have Stadium, you could also do a search too.
Yeah, so it's just Rebounder's amazing with his tech play, so that's why I would recommend the 3rd one if you have the space for it. But I put him at 2. Never lower than 2. And then I have 2 block backers. I used to have 1 of him in, but then I would side 1 if you have 2, or 2 if you have 1, because he's really good against pendulum decks and really hurts just decks that special summon a lot. But it's kind of weird if it's not pendulum summoning. I don't know, it's just like block backers.
Yeah, well, he could stop a lot of the extra deck monsters as well.
It's just you gotta time it because he can only do it once per turn. But oddly enough, if it's a non-pendulum special summon, you have to like, it's either swarming or just 1, and it's kind of like timing's everything with this thing. So 2. Yeah, okay. And Dreadnought Dunka.
This guy.
At 2. If I feel safe without having Slugger, in case like there's no back row or anything, I would go for Dreadnought and Jersey because he's just Rex.
Yeah, he has Piercing, 3k beater. Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry, 25.
Yeah, if you put Stadium, then Jersey, he'll be 4k, and then Piercing. It's amazing. And you pop stuff when you do battle damage. And then I have 1 Goalkeeper. I wish I could run more of him, but with this all the cards I prioritize, I have to put him at 1. But he's a really good support with Ace and block backer. All 3 of them have a really heavy set field and it's really nice. But just I can only afford 1 of him. But I love him. My Juggernaut. And shout out to Intimidating Lolita from my last deck profile and many others who recommended the Speedroid engine. God bless, thank you everyone, because this is an amazing like play. I can't do this.
So can you show me the whole play that made it so much better in UAs, just so everyone else can know?
So basically, preferably special summon him on field if you control no monsters. Search for Terratop, and then you special summon Terratop. I mean, Talking Tomborg, this guy, and then you overlay for MX Invoker Saber, and then you special summon a midfielder from deck. You instantly get him out. Although it kind of sucks if you don't have 1 good UA monster to bounce him back, because then he's just destroyed at the end turn. So preferably this is like my priority Exceed with these. But if I can't pull off him, or if I don't need midfielder, I actually go for Totem Bird to support Ace so that he can negate and destroy an activation of something on my turn or opponent's turn. Because Ace can't do negate on your turn, only the opponent's.
Yeah. Well, it's a quick effect, so that definitely can go on. It basically makes your opponent waste a card.
Yeah.
Just going out via Ace's effect.
So, great 5 cards insert in my deck. I can't run this deck without this. It's just nice. So 3 Terratops and 2 Talking Tomborgs. And then I have the Dankokaji, or yes, because I just love playing him first turn, deadlocking my opponent. I gave Vietnam flashbacks to one of my friends. It's amazing.
So do you run a lot of traps?
I do not at all. There's no need for back row in this deck. So basically...
So basically one effect, which is good.
Yeah, it only affects like turnover tactics and penalty box. But even then, penalty box is a win-win card. You don't really need it on field. You can have it engraved, do whatever. So just Dankokaji, he's just great. Yep. And Swordsman of Revealing Light as a hand trap. I love him because if an opponent doesn't direct attack, special summon him. If the monster's attack is less than or equal to this guy's defense, which is 24, it's destroyed and you have a monster on field for tribute fodder. I wish there was a decent level 8 UA monster. Sorry, Playmaker, you didn't make the cut. To exceed with this guy because he has an exceed material effect. So if I were to exceed a rank 8 with him, I could have made the monster unable to be destroyed by battle once per turn, but sadly. I mean, maybe I could try experimenting with Playmaker again, barely won, because he is good for beefing up another guy by giving 800, by sacking 800 from himself, but I don't know, it's kind of like, why Playmaker when I have all these other UAs, so.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe another day if they do one more support with all the necessary stuff, it'll be an amazing deck. And now to the spells. I do 3 stadiums, because that is a must.
Definitely.
Yeah, 3 stadiums. A lot of people think, when they're not familiar with this deck, they think midfielder is the one who searches, but it's always this card, which is really ridiculous. I don't know why they think that. And then signing deal, you must have 3. You're trying to go for an offensive OTK if you're doing jerseys, so it doesn't really matter if you lose life points. It's just a sucky late game card. But otherwise, a great card if you have monsters to swap it out with. I used to do 1 of these, but now I do 2 turnover tactics. It's only a dead draw if you don't have at least 2 UA monsters on field. But if you do, it's an amazing card against extra deck stuff because you shuffle all monsters from both fields into main deck. If they have all these synchros, fusions, and exceeds, maybe even pendulums, I guess. I'm not sure how that'll work. They can't special summon monsters out for the ones they lost or shuffled. But then you can bring out any monsters with different UA names on field, which is pretty neat.
So it could technically just like clear out their field and then you could go and change your monsters on the field.
Which is awesome, yes. Because I love chaining this on the opponent's turn and bringing out a rebounder, because rebounder gets me an additional monster from grave or hand, which is awesome.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So 2 of these, but you just wish you don't dead draw into it if you don't have monsters on board. And 2 jerseys, I would side 1 because it doesn't hurt to have a lot of jerseys. It's amazing. Like 1,000 gain when you doubles battle damage, and then when you destroy a monster you can attack again. I mean, with Dunker it's atrocious because piercing. With Slugger the opponent cannot activate anything. Plus I just recently learned that direct damage also counts as battle damage, so direct damage can also be doubled, so instant OTK with this. It's just amazing. I love this thing. And then we have the 2 terraformings, because Yugata Stadium is the bread and butter. You cannot have a team without a stadium. It's just amazing. Ultra athletes. Oh, they're my super rare ones. So yeah, I've already bumped everything in this deck.
That's beautiful.
It's beautiful. I got them before they became $20, so I paid 10 each for them. So I'm like, sweet, thank God. And then everyone cried out in the world when this got down to 1.
Inadvertent hit on the ban list for UAs.
I know, but that's okay. I recovered pretty well from it afterwards because I replaced it with other things. I can't remember what they were. But I managed to recover from this. So it's like a godsend when I draw it at this point. What really broke my heart was when this got limited to 1.
The Monarch Stormforth. That's a real shame.
I know, because I loved using the 3 I had, and it just went over anything. Just tripped the fuck out of it. Yeah, so this is, I don't know. I never recovered from this. I mean, Roto, yeah, but not...
Unarmed target removal.
I hate you, Monarchs. You inadvertently brought this into my life and just, like, limited it. Raigeki! Because every good deck needs a Raigeki.
Yeah, that's true.
And cost down really good with discarding penalty box, discarding a UA monster to normal summon rebounder because he becomes a 6 to a 4. And just all around good play with cost down. I don't draw into it often, but when I do, it's actually good. So I never actually took it out of my deck once I put it in. Twin Twisters because popping penalty box.
Back removal, cracking scales and stuff.
Discarding penalty box. Because you want to discard penalty box and then pop stuff on field. So it's great. I'm glad I got it before it became how much now?
I think it's like 10 or something like that.
Oh, really? Well, it was like 8 or 6 at the time. But yeah, Twin Twisters. Because I hate MSDs. And the 3 penalty boxes that everyone hates. Because it banishes stuff for 2 turns, but it removes X-Seed materials. Which is amazing. And, I don't know, it's like a win-win. Like, you have it on field, great. And then when the opponent gets rid of it, great. Because then you can banish it. Sadly, not on the opponent's turn, but just banish it to search for any UA spell cards. So, I just love this thing, because there is little negative consequence to it. Except for if you have one already on field. What's the point of having a second one? You just keep it in hand. And last but not least, Call the Haunted. It's just to bring back ace or midfielder or anyone you really need.
Or rebounder on your opponent's turn.
Yeah, it's just the one card I have to fish stuff out from grave.
So it's kind of like a just in case card, basically.
Yeah, because I don't run Warrior Returning Alive. I will consider it maybe Warrior Returning Alive, but until then, Call the Haunted.
Makes sense.
And onto my extra deck. So of course, MX Invoker Saber. Got him back when he was 11. That's a gift. And I'm really glad he's in my deck now. He's
like $30 now.
Yeah, he's my main rank 3 play. But if I don't get him out, I will get out Totem Bird as a fail-safe for Ace. Just great to have around. Because it goes with the Speedroids. Then Alucard if I feel like popping a set card that threatens me. Like
Ultimate rare Alucard.
Set errors. Right. Ghost Tricks. The Alucard's a traitor. And then we got Wind Up Zenmain. I'm not really crazy about this card, but it's a good option if I need to play defense and a desperate move. So I'm like, yeah, why not? It's bothersome for the opponent. I could pop stuff if it survives once. Something like that. And of course, when I'm done using my rank 3 play, I have to use Downward because Piercing, and she stacks 200 attack for each material. I don't know, I like using her after spending up my Xe rank 3. Because Saber is just a pitiful 1600, I think, so I don't like having him out after the turn I use him. So, Downward. I like using her. And then with rank 5 plays, we have the Wind Up Arsenal Zenmao. I love him. I don't use him as much as I used to, but I really do like him.
He's like a Twin Twister. He destroys. He pops 2 set cards.
And I believe they're also mine. I can pop, so I can just pop anything, which is nice because I can pop my penalty box if it's set. Tyrus, Keeper of Genesis, because he's just an annoying card to get through. So just plus he served me a couple times well when I needed to get through effects. I'm like, yeah, Tyrus, not a bad card. Volcasaurus, I love him. I usually burn my opponents to death with him and the very last move I make in a turn. Because why not? It goes with Ace and Slugger. And I just love it. I love Volcasaurus. He never did me wrong. except for targeting. He targets.
Target's not as great as it used to be.
Right. Everything has a negation for targeting. So Gauntlet Launcher for rank 6, because I have Rebounder and Goalkeeper in my deck. So he just pops 2 monster cards, all in the same turn if anything. So he's not bad. I like him. And he's ulti rare. Shiny. And Frozen Lady Justice, because she can pop... Like, she can Raigeki a field of defense monsters.
Is she the one that could go over rank 5?
Yes, she can go over rank 5.
Okay, so you could rank 5 first. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, she was like my first rank 6, and then this guy just for options. So yeah. And then I have for rank 7s, now that I added an extra Dunker. Actually, extra Dunker and Blockbacker, they're both 7. So and that means more rank 7 plays. With him, he actually can stack over, or should I say overlay over rank 5 and 6, which is great, but material on this guy's wasted because all he does is piercing. He's just good to overlay up of something. And then Mecha Phantom Beast, because everyone hates this card, but he kind of is adorable though. Yeah, tokens cannot be destroyed with tokens on field. So it's kind of nice. I like having him sometimes. The big eye to just screw with the opponent. If they have like a level 7 like a Red Eyes or something, like awesome. Let me steal that to make another rank 7 play.
Right.
I don't know. I don't use him often, but when I do, it's always welcomed. I like big eye. And then Master of Blades, because he protects himself, I believe. When he's targeted, I can detach and negate. Or something like that.
Underrated.
Yeah, like rank 7 monsters are new to me because just recently I decided to put Blockbacker and Dunker each at 2. So I was like, okay, might as well just put in some very good rank 7s. And last, the Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. I really underestimated this card. I threw him in there just because, but then when I faced off against their new Red Eyes stuff, admittedly with air mages, I realized how annoying this card is. So I'm like, you know what? You're good, Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. I'll use you one day and you'll be amazing. Just burning for effect every single time. And thank you for watching my UA deck profile 2.0.
Updated, upgraded version.
upgraded version. Yes, my Speedroid engine. Thank you very much for watching. And thank you again. Shout out to Intimidating Lolita and those who kept saying Speedroid engine, because that was like the best thing that happened to this deck.
Alright. So thanks for watching.